Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing alright. हैन मैले लास्ट टाइम भनेको थिएँ एउटा भिडियोमा बोटिङ इन रिभरवॉक शिकागो त्यो चाहिँ म छुट्टै भिडियो बनाउन गइरहेको छु किनकि if I had included that video in my previous video it will be very long. So आज चाहिँ म त्यो बोटिङ इन रिभरवॉक शिकागो भनेर नयाँ भ्लग बनाउँदै छु हजुरहरु हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. एन्ड एज आई सेड दैट शिकागो गइसकेपछि चाहिँ रिभरवॉक यानी कि बोटिङ इन रिभरवॉक यो चाहिँ छुट्याउनै नहुने पार्ट रहेछ है. हजुरहरुलाई मैले लास्ट भिडियोमा पनि भनेको थिएँ अनि अगेन म यही भन्दै छु यु गाइज ह्याभ टु डु बोटिङ अन रिभरवॉक. यो रिभरवॉकमा बोटिङ गर्नको लागि धेरै स्टार्टिङ पोइन्टहरु छ. हाम्रो चाहिँ यो ट्रम्प टावरको नजिकै छ जुन मिशिगन एभिन्यू पनि भन्दो रहेछ. अहिले चाहिँ हामी बोटिङ भित्र जाँदै छौं. So finally our boating begins here and it's Trump Tower.
World famous for designing a building that is not in the US. Building I'm talking about is in Dubai. It's called the Burj Khalifa. Anybody ever heard of the Burj Khalifa?
Yes.
Tall. Burj Khalifa is 2,717 feet tall. Now ahead of us on the right, looking out from behind the Trump Tower, we're going to see the corner of a black box building right past the bridge. Now this black box building is the American Medical Association building, but it was originally built for IBM in the 1970s and coming into view right about now, right behind the Trump Tower, which is in the corner of the black box building, there it is. Now this black box building, relatively plain looking, is actually an architecture.
यो अगाडि जुन ब्रिजहरु हजुरहरु देखिरहनु भएको छ नि यो चाहिँ ठुलो ठुलो सिपहरु आउँदाखेरि खोल्न मिल्ने रहेछ है. खोल्न मिल्छ र ट्रम्पले चुनाव हार्दा नि यो ब्रिजहरु खोलिएको रहेछ. त्यही भएर यताको मान्छे उता क्रस गर्न नपाओस् यानी कि प्रोटेस्ट ज्यादा नहोस् भनेर खोलिएको रहेछ. यो ब्रिज देख्न सक्नुहुन्छ जुन हो यो ब्रिजहरुलाई चाहिँ खोल्न मिल्ने रहेछ ठुलो ठुलो जहाजहरु पास गर्नको लागि.
Less is more. There are a lot of necessary stuff, focus on the function of the building, not just the outside of it. So the fun was moving the building physically, right? So before Mies van der Rohe, no building in the world looked like that building. Well, that's a weird thing to hear, because you've been in any modern city, every building looks like that. It's that plain rectangular steel style. It's called the international style of architecture, and it basically is supposed to be modernist movement of architecture. Now, a big part of Mies van der Rohe's career is that he was a teacher, and he taught a lot of actual name of them as Marina City Towers.
हामी घामै छेक्ने बिल्डिङहरु हुन्छन् भन्थ्यौं नि कि हेर्नु है त्यही चाहिँ घाम छेक्ने बिल्डिङहरु यहाँ कसरी घामै छेकिदिएको छ यहाँ हेर्नु त.
So Bertrand designed these two buildings like a city inside of a city. On the inside, there was a roller rink, a grocery store, a doctor's office, a movie theater, a bowling alley, basically a state insurance company. In the early 2000s, they drove a car halfway off the building. They don't think the car was in the middle of driving off with an all-state billboard underneath it, sort of showing the worst-case scenario of the vehicle in Chicago for their insurance company. Now ahead of us on the right-hand side, past the bridge, you're going to see a shorter red brick building called the Reed Murdoch Center if you block out the sun a little bit. Now the Reed Murdoch Center with its clock tower was built in 1914 by George Nimitz, and there's something distinctly off about the architecture of this red brick building, and we're going to play a little bit of the game. Anything for the end of the 3 seconds, no spoilers now. Y'all ready? 3 seconds, all around and tell me what's weird. Go. 3, 2, 1. Can anybody say what is weird about the building? Yell it out if you noticed it. Look at the clock tower. Count the columns of windows to the right. There are 6 columns of windows. Look to the left of the clock tower and count the columns of windows. There's only 5. The entire building is asymmetrical. The clock tower is not in the middle. Why? This building was built in 1914. This bridge was built in the 1930s. Whenever they put the LaSalle Street Bridge in, they had to extend out that street there to put in the bridge house, and they knocked down a column of windows in the Reed Murdoch Center, so it wasn't always asymmetrical. Now, coming up from recycled materials, would you guys believe me if I told you no air conditioning units in this building? Now, no one's suffering in there during the summertime. The way they cool this building off is using river water. They pump it in through the wall, wiggle the walls, pump it out cleaner than actually was. Now, I'm apprehensive to share that fact with you guys, though, because it may no longer be true, because that heats the water up, and that can negatively affect the wildlife in the river. Giant building, now look to the right, you'd be correct. This ridiculously giant building is called the Merchandise Mart. It was built in 1931 by Graham Anderson, Probst & White. Whenever this massive Art Deco building was first built, it was the largest concrete building in the country by square feet. Today it's only number 2. It's not where number 1 is now. Really big hit government building. The Pentagon. Now the Merchandise Mart has over 4.2 million square feet of space, over 8 miles of hallway in the building, and until the 90s, that building had its own zip code. Now, the Kennedy family, they purchased the merchandise mart in the 1940s for $13 million. They only had to pay back taxes on the property, bringing the apartment building named after the window it sits on. Now, the way we're looking at that, Wolf Point has a lot of historical significance. This land is where Marquette and Joliet, those are the first non-native visitors to this area. This is where they were first brought by the indigenous people, the Potawatomi, when they were first brought here. And when the Potawatomi brought Marquette and Joliet here, they kept referring to the land as Chicago. That's where they got our name, Chicago. Now, Marquette and Joliet took the word Chicago as the name of the land, but they were wrong, and that was not the name of the land. The Potawatomi were telling them the name of the crops that grew on the land, a medicinal onion. It had a very strong fragrance to it. That is what Chicago means. But Chicago, smelly onions go along with Chicago. Now, as we're turning, it's on our right, and it's about to be on our left. We're going to see this curved apartment building. Now, we're directly in front of the boat right now. Very aptly titled the Residencies of River Bend. This building was designed by James DeStefano in the early 2000s, started in 1999, finished in 2001. And this building is a great example of something called contextualism in architecture. Contextualism is an architecture whenever you design a building within the context of the building surroundings. So simplifying that, whoever is building right here, now we're going to keep to the left-hand side here. We're going to see a shorter rectangular building with these circular windows towards the top. Now that building right there is called Fulton House, and it's the oldest building you'll see on the tour today. It was built in 1889 as a dairy storage warehouse. It got redesigned in the 1980s into an apartment building by the architect named Harry Weeks. Buildings, because he has nautical themes to them. If I can ask a quick favor, you guys, if you're not he has nautical themes to them, he's involved in the ocean and sailing. Now, a few of those nautical themes on Fulton House here. The starfish climbing up the side of the building, those were added by Harry Weeks. And also the portable white windows were added by Harry Weeks as well. It was on a boat. Now, even on the left-hand side, the nautical themes architect of another building on the tour today, it's this next one, this triangular shaped building. This triangular shaped building called the Chicago River Cottages with 4 homes, all connected to one building. Now, that says this side of the building is the side that faces the river. Back in the day, when you go from the river in Chicago, you did not have to see the river. Now, when you get to see the river was filthy, it was polluted. So you would seal the wall that faced the river off from view. This was so common during Chicago, they gave it a name. It was a method of architecture. They called it back to the river. As you can see, the piece changed. It's covered in windows on this side now, and it's actually illegal to build on the Riverwalk in downtown Chicago. Not have the Riverwalk to build has a gated community on the river in downtown Chicago. Now, the reason I say that's confusing is I said your Riverwalk has to be public. How can this place be gated? It's called Kinsey Park. It's a gated community. If they close the gates at nighttime, they open them up to the public during the day, so you can walk on the Kinsey Park Riverwalk. I'm going to warn you guys though, if you do walk on that Riverwalk, legally you cannot call it a Riverwalk. If it's the proper term, you have to call it a promenade. It's the fancy word, y'all. It's gated. It's luxury. Y'all have been, right? Now, ahead of us on the right-hand side. We're going to see a shorter red brick building called the Chicago Riverwalk with these black balconies hanging out the sidewalk. Now, this building is a prime example of something called adaptive reuse in architecture. Now, adaptive reuse, boiling that down, that's like recycling an old building. This building is to be an old raw material warehouse and is now loft-style apartments. Now, a big indicator of an adaptive reuse apartment building is these balconies. Notice how each balcony has these little rope-like supports on the side, kind of like the balcony is hanging on the side of the building. That type of balcony is a big indicator that the balconies were added many years.
यो 1.5 घन्टाको ट्रिप हो, सो इट्स टु लङ। अहिले चाहिँ हामी यो पुरानो बिल्डिङहरू भएको ठाउँमा आइपुगेको छौँ। हजुरहरू देख्न सक्नुहुन्छ एकदम मजा पनि आइरहेको छ। त्यति बेला चिसो थियो मौसम र यो नदीको चिसो हावा आउँदा त झन्नै जाडोले अब त्यहाँदेखि उता चाहिँ नभनौँ, हजुरहरू मिलाएर बुझ्नुहोस्।
Falls completely leveled the exact same night by fires that were proven to be started by meteor showers. That was proven, so it's not hard to believe that's the same reason the Chicago fire started. And my third favorite and final theory is the O'Leary's neighbor accidentally started that fire. That neighbor went by the greatest name of all time, Pegleg O'Sullivan. His real name, Google, Pegleg, is said to have dumped out his pipe onto the O'Leary's lawn, causing it to set alight. The fire was immensely damaging. 17,000 buildings were destroyed, and 250 people lost their lives. The fire burned for 3 days straight. No reason the fire stopped burning. 2 days straight. And the reason the fire stopped burning after 2 days was it finally started to rain into the Chicago fire. After that rain happened, a huge rebuild occurred over the course of 20 years. Something interesting happened during that rebuild. Queen Victoria, the Queen of Great Britain, heard about the fire and felt really bad for the fire and caused us to lose our library. So she sent us 5,000 books to restart the library. Very nice of Queen Victoria. The real detail about this story is before the Chicago fire, we didn't have a library. Don't know where she got that. You know, the Queen of England 150 North Riverside. Well, that kind of buildings, that's the building that comes with some hand movement. I've already seen on the road today. Every time somebody notices this building, some of y'all don't understand. You're watching me right now. I'm also watching all of you. And every time somebody notices it and they really want somebody else to, they'll nudge them and do one of three things. Something like this. Huh? What? Something like this. Huh? Who? Or something like this. Peace and love. Or a little pinch. Because up at the bottom of the building, your eyes are not deceiving you, it is built on a 40-foot base and it goes outwards from there. And that building is called 150 North River.
गाइज हजुरहरूलाई जानकारी गराइदिउँ यो डुङ्गा यानि कि बोटभित्र चाहिँ सब थोक हुन्छ रेस्टरुमदेखि लिएर नुहाउने खाने बस्ने ठाउँ अनि कफीहरू पिउने ठाउँ हजुरले देख्न सक्नुहुन्छ यहाँ सबैजना यो चाहिँ कफी अथवा केही ड्रिङ्क्सहरू किन्नको लागि बसेको लाइन हो
Going underneath. My other favorite thing about this building, a little bit of a travel tip. If anybody here is interested in the best cheeseburger in Chicago, we call this place downtown right here. It's a place called Small Cheval. It is a smaller version of the restaurant Au Cheval. I like to say the best cheeseburger in Chicago. Now, at Small Cheval, they only have 4 things on the menu: a hamburger, a cheeseburger, French fries, fried duck fat, and drink. Yep, there we are. We want to shield the sun a little bit, and I can actually wave to you guys right now. Hi. Now, the way this building is possible, because these thick silver lines, these 8 I-beams going up the side of the building, those I-beams are made of the world's strongest steel. It's developed in Luxembourg. They go all the way up the side of the building and all the way down into the bedrock underground. Also, at the very top of the building, on the inside, we can't see this thing, there are 4 giant tanks of water called a mass damper system, filled with about 160,000 gallons. If the wind blows that building in any direction, those giant tanks are sent
लगायत सिकागो रिभरवाकबाट देखिने हिस्टोरिकल एकदमै राम्रा राम्रा ठुला ठुला बिल्डिङहरू हेर्दा हेर्दै 1.5 घन्टा बितेको थाहै भएन छ र एकदम चिसो पनि थियो र चिसो भए पनि हामी कामले भए पनि यो मनोरम दृश्य मिस गरिनौँ र आशा छ हजुरलाई यो भिडियो मन पर्यो होला र अगेन एट द एन्ड आई वुड लाइक टु सजेस्ट यु टु डु बोटिङ इन रिभरवाक सिकागो हैन सिकागो आउँदाखेरि यो चाहिँ मिस गर्ने नहुने एउटा एक्टिभिटिज हो र सबैजनाको दिन राम्रो रहोस् सबैजनालाई भगवानले रक्षा गरून् र यदि हजुरहरू नयाँ हो भने प्लिज मेरो च्यानल सब्स्क्राइब गरिदिनु होला प्लस आफ्नो साथीभाइहरूलाई पनि शेयर गरेर सब्स्क्राइब गर्नको लागि अनुरोध गरिदिनु होला थ्यांक यू सी यू इन अनदर भिडियो यो